Hello friends, it's February 8th, 2022. I am Bill and you're doing things with Bill. It's been about a week since the last time we spoke. Welcome back. Today I would like to talk about pets. The creatures you bring into your household to make them part of your family. They may be dogs, cats, birds, lizards, snakes, bunny rabbits, goats, fish. There are hundreds of animals out there that people welcome into their families. And as part of the family, they are, well, you as the human, your responsibility for their entire life. Now, there are some birds that outlive their owners, which I think is great that they actually get passed down in wills to the younger generation. But that is not the case with all animals. So as the human in this relationship, it is up to you to make sure that your pet is taken care of, is loved, that you play with it, that you make sure that they are healthy, treating them just as you would your own child, because they will be for every toddler. And for many of us, they are our children. They are our fur babies. Now, my wife and I have had many animals during our marriage. We've had, this is all at one time, 2 mice, 2 fish, 2 ferrets, 2 dogs, and 3 cats in one household. That is a lot. Now, this was before we found out that my wife has some severe allergies to some of those animals. Now the ferrets, we found a ferret rescue that was able to take them in to find them new homes, because unfortunately my wife was having an allergic asthmatic reaction that sent her to the hospital, and we don't want that. As for the mice, they live their very short lives. The fish, we just never could master fish. Now our 2 dogs had to eventually be separated. Although they had spent most of their life together, they suffered from littermate syndrome, and at a point in their life started going at each other's throats. So we had to separate them, find one of them a new home, and don't worry, the one that found a new home actually upgraded. He moved in with a nice older family that they traveled. They had 2 homes, one in a nice warm area, one in a nice cold area, so depending upon the season, they would move about. Certain times of the years they would travel out to Vegas and they would get, the dog would get puppy massages. They hired somebody to come into the hotel room and watch their dogs. The dog upgraded, so I'm very happy with who we found for him to move in with. It was a great upgrade for him. Now our 3 cats, they basically had a stacking order. We had the patriarch. Although he was not the father of the other 2 cats, he asserted the alphaness in the household. So much so that he could look at one of the animals, any of the animals, and they would immediately fall into line. It was fantastic to see. And it was very sad when he finally passed on. He lived a long, lengthy life, and unfortunately with that comes age, and eventually he passed on. He went over the Rainbow Bridge. And once that happened, there was another battle for stacking order. The dog that remained and one of the cats became best of buddies, while the other cat became the outsider princess who kind of stared with them with glaring eyes and never really got along with them. And it was sad, but they were our responsibility. We were keeping peace in the household as best as we could. Now when the dog's buddy passed away, the cat, the dog suffered. It was sad to see, but not only do humans mourn, but animals mourn as well, especially when they lose a creature that is so close to them. When that had happened, we had a cat now that hated the dog, and a dog that avoided the cat because he knew what the cat could do. This kind of went on for a long time. Well, unfortunately, our dog recently passed away. On January 31st, he took his steps over the Rainbow Bridge. He had succumbed to age as well as to Cushing's, which was causing some neurological issues, and he was just not having a very good quality of life, and it was time for him to pass on. Now, we as the humans are mourning, and we're still quite sad about that because it is a very recent event, and we just are taking it day by day. We still miss him. We still feel like he's around. But the cat that hated the dog, she came to terms that he was missing. And although she never really liked him, she does miss him. And you can see that every once in a while because she will look for it. It's sort of the weird interactions that you get of just the normality of your day being disrupted. And she's feeling it. We're all feeling it. And it's sad. So we've taken care of our animals, but now our animals are slowly moving on. So we have the cat that remains. And although this will be our last cat, because my wife is also highly allergic to cats, but being they are a responsibility, we have kept them as long as we could to make sure that they've lived a long, happy life. But once she passes on, we will then start looking at getting another dog, welcoming it into our family, bringing on a fur baby that is going to be with us for hopefully another 15, 16 plus years. So, I know I'm ending this on sort of a sad note, but pets are family. They are here to make us happy, and we're here to make them happy. Through accidents, through mistakes made by both sides, you grow. And as humans, it's important for us to care for the species we welcome into our homes. It's just human nature. And at some point, although they may never drive, go off to college, take care of you in your old age, they do bring you happiness. They do bring you satisfaction. They do make you smile. So, if you have a pet, hold your pet tight. Love your pet. If you don't have a pet, and you think that you've got the responsibility to take care of one, go to your local shelter. And if you find a smiling face that looks back at you, take them home. Just remember to take care of your fur babies. I am Bill, and you've been doing things with Bill.